Hello, Carole Bew, welcome. And I see you brought in a book by one of New Zealand's most admired female writers, Stephanie Johnson.
Yes, and it's very appropriate timing because the Auckland Writers' Festival is about to begin, and Stephanie Johnson is, of course, one of the founders of the Auckland Writers' Festival, and she has this wonderful black wit. She had a novel published last year called The Open World, which was a New Zealand historical novel, wonderful novel, and already another one out called The Writing Class.
That's
and this,
powering through the work. I'm impressed.
Yes. And this is particularly clever. I think it's absolutely brilliant because it works on two levels. It is a novel set in a writing class, but it is also a novel about how to write a novel. So it is in itself, the novel itself is a writing class, because Merle, who's the main character, takes her students step by step through how to write a novel. So you actually attend the classes along with her students.
What an excessively clever idea.
It's a brilliant idea, and it works really well because you read the novel as a novel. It's totally enjoyable as a novel. And there's wonderful funny things like Merle is a middle-aged writer. She's had, 5 or 6 novels published, and what Stephanie says about her is, and it could apply to all sorts of women writers, Merle had great potential as an author, and she's now a teacher of creative writing classes, which is the predicament a lot of people find themselves in order just to earn an income. She is quite traditional in many ways of her way of teaching, and the other young tutor is Gareth, who has had one novel published, and it was a great sensation and won awards, and he's never written anything since. And he is sort of more popular, particularly with the young women. And of course, there's one young woman called Jacinda in the class, and the students in the class are quite stereotyped, but it's, I just laugh. Stephanie, I can see Stephanie thinking, who am I going to have in this writing class? There'll be the techie geek and the ex-nun who's going to write all this confessional stuff, and she worked out who she's going to have as the class members. And there's this woman, Jacinda, who has got twins and is very beautiful and knows how attractive she is to men, and latches onto Gareth and runs off with Gareth, basically. Gareth doesn't stand a chance, really. But you laugh, you roll your eyes and laugh because at this doomed relationship between the tutor and the student. But all the way through is this wonderful stuff on how you actually write a novel. And she gives examples, like when she's talking about the opening, how to start your novel, Merle, the tutor, gives all these wonderful examples of openings of famous novels. So there's all sorts of excerpts. I loved it. I think it's really clever.
Whether to put a prologue in or not, and all of those other vexed questions.
All those things are in there. And I think this is totally enjoyable as a novel, but it is also essential reading for all those people out there who are desperate to write a novel.
And who think they've got a novel in them.
Here it is. It's there. It sets out for you how to do it. So Stephanie is very clever, and in many ways I think one of our underrated New Zealand writers. I think she has this wonderful black wit, and her writing is just delightful.
So no doubt her session at the Writers' Festival will be a bit of a writing class in itself.
Well, this book
she talks about the writing class.
Well, it's being launched, this book, at the festival, so it's very appropriate that, more than a dozen years on since we sat around Stephanie Johnson's kitchen table and thought about the whole thing, she is launching a book called The Writing Class at the Writing Festival.
That's great. Thank you so much, Carole Bew.
Thank you.